This is my last podcast of 2019. And thank you so much for tuning in, the support, a lot of the comments that you've given me. And I invite you back. I will return on Monday morning, January the 6th. Now, all my podcasts are in the neighborhood of 3 minutes long, and I do hope I provide some genius every day. The podcasts, I put them up early morning, Monday through Friday, and I hope you'll return, invite your friends and family. I did ask the question today, though. Will you help me save America in 2020? Let me get into that a little bit by telling you a little bit about me personally. So I'm 62 years old. I got massive experience. I have a bachelor's degree, a master's degree. I've been a small business owner, entrepreneur. I've been a counselor. That was my college training. I've been a minister. I've been a landlord. So I've covered the bases as far as business goes. My interest in politics began back when Jimmy Carter was president. Began to look a little deeper into the issues beyond what the news was saying today and read and study just a tad. And then if you come to where I'm at right now in my office, at home, in my library, you'll notice that I have biographies on every single president, and I read these things. I collect rare first edition biographies of the presidents. So much of my understanding of politics comes from that historical background. I'm also a Christian, so the Bible gives me much of my worldview and my morality. So from those two sources, as well as my experience, man, that's where these podcasts, come out of. So my worldview is based on all of that stuff. Now, I mentioned this question, will you help me save America in 2020? Because I believe we're seeing something that's really new to the history of America. Now, I remember back in the 80s, Reagan would debate Tip O'Neill. Man, they were with each other all the time, and it was so informative, so educational. Tip O'Neill was the Democrat House Speaker during the 80s. But you know what was never a part of their discussion? Socialism. Now, we certainly had Social Security, Medicare, as well as public education, these socialist institutions, but it really never went beyond that. The tenets of socialism were never on the table of either Republicans or Democrats. And listen, Bill Clinton, he could be a Republican today if he were running. And I give Bernie Sanders credit. 2016, he showed us that a lot of people would vote for socialism. Now we have all the Democrat candidates picking up a lot of the views of socialism. And let me tell you, the biggest threat to America, our government, our economy, is socialism. We have to stop it. So educate yourself, speak out, talk to your family and friends. If you won't do your own podcast, hey, distribute mine, invite people to mine. And this is not about the 2020 election. This is about stopping the trend of more and more Americans favoring socialism. I'll be back in 2020. Have a happy new year, and will you help me save America?